You know, almost everyone knows the story of David and Bathsheba. And that famous love story with aspects of guilt and shame and adultery and lust and all those components, it played itself out somewhere here. We are by David's own city. These are the ruins from David's palace. So he would have been up there in one of his balconies and looked down, and he would have seen Bathsheba. And we know what happened. He committed adultery, and he lied about it, and then he arranged for the husband Uriah to be murdered. So really, by any count and by any standard, David committed terrible crimes, every one of them really by the law of Moses worthy of death. And then God's messenger comes and tells the story to David, and he says there was a rich man that had many sheep, and then there was a poor man that only had one sheep. And then he says the rich man took the poor man's sheep. What should we do to such a man? And of course David is enraged and say he should be killed and he should be held accountable. And then Nathan the prophet says, you are the man. And so David realizes and he sees what he has done. And of course then David repents, and we have the beautiful Psalm 51 where he cries out for mercy. And David does really. And the amazing thing about it is that David doesn't go to his religion, because all his religion had to offer him was condemnation. A terrible thing he's done, and surely we can agree with that. Terrible condemnation. But he recognizes that God is a God of mercy, so David goes straight to God. And he said, oh God, be merciful to me. And then of course there is punishment in that he doesn't get to build the temple, and the child that is born to Bathsheba dies. But then in the end, Bathsheba becomes the mother of Solomon. And so God restores Bathsheba, and David is restored, and his kingdom goes forth. And so this story tells us that David, of course, is the great symbol of Jesus Christ, and that in Jesus Christ there is restoration for everyone. No matter what bad or evil you have done, God's grace is greater.